I am Tony Boyle, I'm the head teacher of St Mary's. It's a privilege, and my privilege, to be the head teacher of St Mary's. And the video that we showed at the beginning, it gives a sense of who we are and what we're trying to achieve. That is based around what we call the mission statement of our college and the values of our college that we continually set as our benchmark for what we're trying to do for our young people, the kind of people we want them to be. And it gives you a sense of some of the photographs and images there of the kind of opportunities and experiences we strive for our young people. What do I think are the great strengths of St Mary's? Well, I think we draw one of our great strengths from our commitment that comes from being a Catholic college and committed to the development of the whole person. And that isn't to say that we're not interested in their academic achievements. They are absolutely central to what we're about, and the way in which we serve our young people is by ensuring they have the very best qualifications and equipping them with the right skills to go out into the world. But also we have a very wide view of what education is about and the development of young people is about. We are an 11 to 19 school, 11 to 18, 19. Some of our students remain till they're 19. And we have that continuity of relationship with students through all the phases of their education until they leave us. And that's for children of all abilities. And that's again one of the things that really appealed to me about St Mary's, is that it's a school for children of all abilities. So we do have our gifted and talented students at St Mary's. We have students who've left in the last couple of years who are at Oxford and Cambridge University, and that's fantastic, and we're incredibly proud of those students and what they've achieved. And we've got children doing medicine, and we've got children doing law and all those kind of things. And we've got children of other abilities doing things of which they're capable of, and in certain areas, apprenticeships and vocational learning, those aspects as well. And the thing about that is that those children have enjoyed that education together, and they thrived in that education together, those children of different abilities. We are a large school, and sometimes people think that might be a real thing, and I say sometimes to my friends who are not in education, say, oh my gosh, Tony, how do you sort of cope with all these people and so on, and what's it like? Well, I'd say it's fantastic. I would, wouldn't I? It's fantastic because it offers so much. Because the virtue of being a large school is that we can offer so many different subjects, because we've got a very large staff. We can offer such variety that it helps to better meet the needs of individual students. One accusation of schools used to be that it's kind of a one-size-fits-all, you know, and everyone has to kind of fit into it. The virtue of being a school of this size is that it allows us to find the strengths of individual students and to give them those opportunities to develop those particular strengths and abilities. And the facilities that we have are fantastic as a result, as well as our size. So you'll see the range and variety as you walk around college this evening. And that's our curriculum then reflects that. If you go to the website or you read information, you'll see the variety of subjects that we offer. I certainly didn't have that choice in my education. I'm jealous of our students. We're very proud that we can make that offer to all those different families and those different things that are available. Our results, I won't go away from that because we are incredibly proud. I'm incredibly proud of what we've achieved in the last few years in particular. St Mary's has got a great tradition in terms of its role with the community. 2 years ago, our results, and the government was very interested in a particular measure, which was the number of GCSE students got with 5, including English and maths. And 2 years ago, our results were 40%. This year, our results in that measure was 60%. And that is about life opportunities for those young people, about opening doors. We're incredibly proud of that and the progress that we've made, in particular in our maths results, which 2 years ago were 40%, this year was 68%. We've moved on incredibly, and we offer that challenge to students, but we also offer them more than English and maths as well, and there's a breadth of curriculum that's on offer. But that's been achieved by the staff working together with the families, with the students themselves, and so on. So we're incredibly proud of our achievements, and we are carrying on being ambitious for our students. We're not complacent about what we're trying to achieve. we're ambitious for what they can achieve. But I want to come back to something else as well, which I said it's not just about academic achievement. It's about the kind of, and that's what we try to capture so much in that, it's about the kind of young men and women that leave St Mary's. Our students, we believe, are our best adverts. We have the opportunity to meet some of them this evening. But they're our best advert in so many ways. And I refer to this regularly because, I don't make it up, each year our students in year 13, as they leave, that's the sort of the last year of when they're sort of 18, 19 years old, they have a celebration over in Liverpool. And they invite staff to come to that. And we spend the evening with them. And we spend the evening with young men and young women who are able to communicate effectively with adults, who are a pleasure to be in the company of, who are confident about who they are, about the skills they have and where they're going with those skills and what they have to offer. And that really is the greatest advert, I think, for what St Mary's has to offer, is the kind of young men and women, together with families, we help to actually form. One of the things, I'm going to pass you over in a minute to Mr. Lally, who's our deputy head teacher, is a key question that I would ask as a parent is, that's all well and good, Mr. Boyle, that my biggest concern is, how can I be confident that my child coming to this school will be happy? Because that is critical in terms of, if they're going to be successful, how can you convince me that my child will be well looked after? So I'm going to pass you over to Mr. Lally, who's going to talk about how we ensure that. Thank you for listening.
Good evening, everybody. It's nice to see people here. Some people I recognise have actually been students here because I have been here that long. It's sad, isn't it? Here that long. So, if you choose to send your children to our school, you have the right to ask yourself the question, how is the school going to look after my child like I look after my child? And the truth is, of course, that no school can do that because you're the mum and you're the dad. You're the mum and you're the dad. Schools can't do what parents do. You love your children to death. They are children in our school, and my goodness, we will care for them like they're our own, but they're not our own. So you need to know what it is that we will do if we say that we take their safety and their progress seriously. You need to know how we organise ourselves. Mr. Boyle's right, and you'll see it as you walk around. We're a really big school, and if this is your first child at age 11, you'll be intimidated yourself walking around a little bit, because it feels like that, and you will be asking yourself the question, how on earth is my delightful little 11-year-old going to find her or his way around this school? Well, all I can tell you is we've never lost one. Not one. We've tried to lose a couple, but we've never lost one. Not one. Believe me, they find their way around so fast it is not true. The beauty of the big school is that we get the facilities, we get the offer of curriculum, we get the different variety of staff, and we get all that, and we still can put into place institutions and structures that care for the child. When children came to our school this time last year, they came from 38 schools. 38 schools sent children to us starting 3 weeks ago. 38. Last term, all 38 schools were visited by a member of staff, specifically appointed to make sure that we got this transition right. And every school, even if they were only sending one child, and even if that child was coming out of Wales, was visited to make sure that that child got the best start. And we gave the children keynotes. One of the keynotes of 4 rights. We tell the children about 4 rights when they come to the school. 1, teachers have the right to teach. That means we don't have lessons which are disruptive. We don't have children stopping other children learning. 2, just as important, all these 4 rights are not in order, they're equally important. Pupils have the right to learn. And that means that teachers have the responsibility to make sure that they get that class right, they get the programme right, they get the planning right, they get everything right to make sure that learning takes place. Pupils have the right to learn. Everyone, that's everyone on the site, has the right to be safe. And we build safety into that because we think it's that important. Everyone. And finally, everyone has the right to respect. And when I talk to the children about this, and when the years talk to the children about this, we make the point that we mean everyone. It's not a matter just of the children saying yes, miss, yes, sir, to teachers. It's a matter of the teacher having respect, because everyone has the right to respect, including your sons and daughters. And that's the key to what we're trying to achieve with children. Because we're turning people out at the other end. We want to make sure that bullying is kept to an absolute minimum. Now, I'd love to stand in front of you all and say, in this school, no bullying occurs. But there isn't a school in the country that can do that, and you know that. Because in every school where there's a group of children and one child can behave badly to another, it is in the nature of things that that can happen. What you do need to know is how seriously we take it, how we will work with the victim of bullying to make sure that they are happier in school, how we will work with the family of the victim in order to make sure that they understand they will be fully supported, and how we will work with the bully, who's also in our school, and who's getting it so wrong. We cannot stand the thought in this school of a notion of a child going home overnight and thinking to herself or himself, I just don't want to go in tomorrow because he is making my life miserable. And as parents, if you choose our school, take it as a message that we do mean. If you ever have a situation where you're worried about your child like that, get in touch with us so we can work together to solve it. So that's one of our priorities. And we're a Catholic comprehensive. You may not be Catholic yourself, but you may be thinking about sending your child to a Catholic school. Be assured that there's a heavy percentage of children who come to our school who are not Catholic, but whose parents want a faith-based education. And we make no apology for that. We are a faith-based education system in this school. What we do is based on the beliefs that we have in terms of how we believe that people should treat each other, and it's based on the Catholic faith. But if you are non-Catholic and you're thinking of coming here, you are just as welcome on that basis. There is such a positive selection in choosing a Catholic school in terms of what you're trying to have for your children. Thanks ever so much for coming out to listen to us, and enjoy your walk around. Thank you.